Hello! Welcome back to the Boston Major European Open. Regional qualifiers. Close enough. Sitting here with Godz.
Hello.
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 Virtus.pro versus Finem. Both teams actually have a win to their name. I'm thinking
Two wins for Finem. They are.
2 wins. I didn't actually. Yeah, I was thinking they had a game while I wasn't watching.
Yeah, you cast the game against Imperial and they just beat Fantastic
Five. You're right. Are doing good.
Yep.
I mean, I think it was Lil yesterday that said that Finem was going to be one to look out for in terms of being on the top 4. So let's see if they can do it here too. Virtus.pro. I was expecting them to dominate previous game, but they didn't really end up doing that. In the end, still convincing, but
They still won, I guess, which is what you look for in the top teams. They're not
Yeah.
always going to be dominant, but they're getting win. They're getting win.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have kind of VP and Secret as kind of top 2 in this qualifier.
Escape is a close third.
Yeah, Escape. Fortunately, not the best start for Escape. Finem, another team in the top kind of 4 or 5.
How did Escape start? Did they lose?
They just lost the game against Vega, so not a good start for Escape. Vind and his boys need to pick things up a bit.
Yeah. But for Virtus.pro and for Finem, not a loss yet, so this is something that they're not looking to change anytime soon. We have a Marana and Drove Ranger opening for Virtus.pro. Pretty solid. And Finem maybe next time gets his Bounty Hunter, and we have a Warlock and Bat Rider as well.
I think a lot of Warlock. It's becoming a top tier support in a lot of ways. Stable, fits like almost any draft. Is good team fight, good heal, good sustain. Pretty durable, good stats, good for zoning. And Bounty Hunter for Finem is just like a maybe next time classic. He loves playing the Bounty Hunter. He does so really well. Pretty good against like the Drow strats in general as well. Being able to scout, find info for your team, find pickoff.
I think this is the fastest draft I've seen so far.
What's happening? Teams just want to get into it.
They just know what they want to do. This is the 4th game of the day. I mean, in terms of times when they should be starting games, we are way ahead of schedule, I think, right?
I believe so. We've had a lot of fast games. A lot of stomp from what we've been following downstairs.
Which is maybe slightly surprising, considering this is supposed to be the strongest region.
Yeah. I think a lot. What happened? I guess because the teams are so strong, if they get a small lead, they're really good at turning into like a big. What you often see with like tier 2 teams a bit, you get these 60, 70-minute games because teams who are ahead don't know how to close out the game as well.
True.
But back to the draft, VP have something hard to read here with the Beastmaster Spirit Breaker. Most likely it's a Beastmaster core in the off lane, but it's unclear who's going to be supporting, whether it's a core Marana, you could do the Marana mid, could do the Marana as support. No one does love to play the hero. Seen him have some great success, but you see Finem's last ban, it's a sniper, so they're expecting a potential support Marana.
We've seen Lil play Slardar support earlier, and already in the past few weeks, Virtus.pro have had Lil play the most unusual supports. And Spirit Breaker in that regard would be a fairly common support, if you will, or at least an expected support. So maybe they're still having a curveball up their sleeve with something that they want to change here.
Yeah.
Who knows? You can put Beastmaster in the jungle always, get a fast level 6 as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see kind of like a Beastmaster Spirit Breaker dual lane in the off lane. Beast doesn't jungle as fast as he used to with the new boars, so kind of not until you hit level 5 do you really start to pick up. But last pick for VP, it really depends. Marana would have to be a 5 position to be played as a support, so I almost feel like it's more likely a mid hero. Although Finem don't think that way, so we'll wait and see. But picking up some kind of just standard support here. Yeah, there we go. Oracle gets picked up. You can purge off the track, kind of nice. Protect anyone who's getting focused. And talk about fast draft, they instantly pick OD.
They knew what they wanted to do. A Marana with a Drove Ranger Aura versus an Outworld Devourer. What do you reckon?
Mid lane should be okay for both players. I mean, OD has a slight edge, but then Marana has the Drow Aura, so that evens things up a little bit. And there's the bounty roaming around, so I think if anything, OD does a little bit better this game as far as the mid lane goes, but you never really know. Spirit Breaker's roaming potentially, Oracle can sit mid. There's a lot of external factors outside of the 2 mid heroes coming into play there, but I like the OD pick. It gives them some save, something they didn't have in their last game. If someone gets initiated on by a charge, you can help them out with that defensive Astral.
So let's do these predictions.
All right.
Player with the highest total magic or pure damage done
By
to
10
heroes.
Minutes. No one does much magic damage pre 10 minutes though.
I would say
Oracle
OD
is a contender.
with extra damage,
Well,
maybe.
It's only
Flame
done to
Break,
heroes. OD
Firefly.
doesn't do that much to heroes. It's pre 10 minutes though.
Yeah.
Bat could be there, but he's more likely going to be struggling to farm in the jungle.
It's not Beastmaster, it's not Spirit Breaker. This is by dude by elimination, right? It's
That
either OD, Mirana, or Warlock, I think.
Could be Oracle too, because of the Purifying Flames as well. It's kind of hard to say because it's only hero damage that counts, not creep. I would say. Be my guess.
Let's do
If
Oracle.
there's some Oracle ganks, Oracle will do a lot of magic
And
damage.
Solo is an aggressive Oracle player.
Okay.
So,
Let's go
okay.
Oracle.
First time Barracks Destruction.
Oh.
We have a Drow
Strat. Drow Beastmaster strat.
Before 20 is very early.
Ambitious. Not a safe goal. 20 to 30 or 30 to 40.
20 to
choice.
30. Give VP the benefit of the doubt here. Total number of smoke gangs kills at game end.
Every time I see the smoke gang question, it's always the 0 to the lower ones. But
Yeah?
VP, smoke Beastmaster gangs are scary. What do you think, Sheever?
Game end.
0 to 4, maybe. I don't know.
And the players themselves dying that were smoked don't count. We had
Okay.
one right earlier, but the people that died were the people that smoked. So they didn't count.
Yeah. I think
Ah.
the smoke one's a bit bugged too, from my experience.
First player to buy a Blink Dagger. Will it be the Bat Rider? Is anybody else buying a Blink?
Beastmaster very late. Mirana after the Ag, but should be Bat.
Should be Bat.
OD might get one, but not that early. Yeah, should be Bat.
Okay.
Seems good.
Let's go. Here we have it. We have the pause is gone. Virtus Pro will be Dire Side, Lil, Spirit Breaker, Solo, Oracle. No one on his Mirana. 9 Pasha on the Beastmaster. That's actually that is normal. And then we have Ramses sitting on the Drow Ranger. So let's see if these guys run into anybody. Their smoke already broke. They knew there were people there, but didn't want to risk anything. Madara on the Life Stealer, and he'll be supported by Spartan on the Warlock. We have OD by Thug, Skylug Batrider, and maybe next time on a Signature Bounty Hunter. So in terms of laning stage, how do you think this is gonna go down?
Looks like both teams will be running kind of standard safe lanes with their carries, looking to get their early farm. We won't see much clashing those safe lanes so much. Perhaps VP contests their offlane a bit more with the duo of Spirit Breaker with Beastmaster. Alternatively, you just go for the safer approach, just straight up Iron Talon juggling. And the laning stage for the two teams is going to be really dictated by what Bounty Hunter decides to do, whether he's pressuring mid or helping out the safe lane. The Bounty Hunter is that kind of playmaker in the laning stage that could be annoying. For now, it looks like he wants to just make sure that the Iron Talon farm Beastmaster gets shut down by blocking this camp, perhaps putting down a ward. Actually, no, he's going to swoop in, look for that courier, but this is a BO1 game. Seems like expecting every little cheesy trick in the book.
Yeah, courier's already paused. Hey, it's a Doge.
Is that custom name or is that its actual name?
I think it's actual name, but can we see that?
So cute. Haunted, unusual, great home of the long name people.
Well, actually, that means it's renamed.
Okay, he renamed it.
And that is apparently the last item I hovered over.
Okay.
That's I think that's a bug.
Aw. Freaky career.
It's a good
sure
name.
it's an
Otherwise,
anime
though.
name as well, but
It
it sounds like a good dog.
Let's see if he can make something happen here. Courier's still paused in the between the barracks.
So he's just leeching XP up here. Like that's the plan for the bounty hunter with Bat getting zoned. Bat they almost actually killed
Yep.
early on, and
Oh.
now they've actually realized bounty's up here, so they're gonna make sure he doesn't get too much experience out of this.
Yeah, I've got dust available as well. There's no charge though, just level 1 bash.
Bit unfortunate for VP. The lane will push out and give Bat a lot of XP at this tower. Bounty hunter just gonna mess with the pulls, make sure that they don't get that full side pull off, and yeah, overall I think VP a little unhappy with how that top lane creep equilibrium is gonna be working out for them.
Yeah, he knew it was gonna get
Top
lucky.
magic damage Warlock, 132.
It's imposed.
That aggressive shadow word.
Oh yes.
Oh, he's winning right now.
Oh, he's beating Oracle.
Oracle's
And again,
probably
Oracle
on
wins for
zero.
Fortune's
Wow.
End.
Maybe yeah, he's used one aggressive fortune then, so
If he
He's
gets
down to
himself the
top.
Purifying Flame, that's when it starts getting more interesting.
yeah. Ask about mid lane, like even-ish PS between the Mirana and OD. You can you might want to shuffle the order.
There's Shuffle. There you go. Oh, I think Spirit Breaker saw that courier. And that
Yeah.
courier is just
Get it.
fine though. They also are aware. They saw the haste being picked up. So Finem is fine with that. In terms of first blood, who's in the most danger? You think is it mid lane with these bounty hunters and spear breakers coming to check?
Even with the roams around mid lane, it still feels like the offlaners are the ones in most danger. Mirana's got the Leap Escape, OD's got Astrals, so it appears like Beastmaster, if he tries to go to the offlane, Batrider, in my mind, probably the most likely to give up a first blood, but again, that's just going to come down to how the players, how cautiously they're going to play, whether they overstep or whether they're just happy to sit back and not get as much.
Yeah, I mean, talking about not getting much, Spirit Breaker is still level 1, Bounty Hunter has only just got level 2. They have been roaming for quite a while without actually getting anything in return. I don't think he can get a range. No. A flank courier. He knows he can't. Knows he can't. In the meantime, bottom lane, free farm Lifestealer, always scary. Especially when it's Madara, but then again, top lane is free farming as well on the draft.
Yeah, I mean, your trading free farm is always going to come down to like the overall drafts and their timing now, when Drow starts being level 6 and pushing towers, and more how much success DP have with the level 6 Beastmaster, because Beastmaster's going to be getting level 6 and smoking a lot.
Oh, he has Firefly on. He is okay.
Go for the kill.
He should be okay, I say. Unless he gets unluckily bashed. Maybe he can even get a kill
aggressive.
here.
Yeah, that flame break does a lot of damage.
This is a lot of damage. This is a kill. And it is...
Oh my god.
Oh, that was so close. Lil living on the absolute edge. First blood goes to him. Getting Skylark there.
That looked like he fumbled it. Going for the early flame break on Skylark. Now there's increased damage as well, but couldn't quite get the...
He was really counting on that bash.
He turned so slowly going for that follow-up charge as well. Poor Skylark, he's one of those players who's very aggressive in that offlane and just there getting a bit punished.
Oh.
He is the kill of his life.
Oh.
That's so cruel.
He was just getting himself denied to creep, you know?
Yeah.
But in the meantime, top lane, there is a kill for Skylark. He will go down for it, but that's worth it. He got the Drow Ranger there. Sorry, I got distracted by the Bounty Hunter.
And Spirit Breaker gets there for some XP, so overall means that it's not only a kill going to the Drow, it's a kill where someone's getting experience for it. But I can see with that Drow death, Lifesteal is the one pulling ahead in terms of overall farm.
Meantime, Bounty Hunter is, not Bounty Hunter, Beastmaster. How do you feel he's doing compared to how he should be doing? He's got 12 less hits, he's level 4. Batrider's level 5, I mean, using him as comparison, has a little bit less last hit, but does of course have the kill.
Bat got a kill, and he's died a couple times too, so Bat's playing that like overly aggressive style offlane where you willing to sacrifice your life to get a bit more farm and a bit more experience, whereas Master's playing the more passive style where he's like, look, I'll farm a bit slower, but I'm going to make sure I don't give the enemy carry kills. The problem is you're not contesting the lane as much. That's the big reason why Lifestealer is as free farming as much as he is, because there's no hero really in his lane, no one's contesting him. So it's a bit more conservative approach. I'd almost like prefer to have the kind of Batrider start than what we're seeing out of the Beastmaster. But Beast will still get a good time on his level 6, and ultimately this laning stage isn't going to be the deciding factor. It'll be how the first couple of...
There's a lot of people here. Is this really worth it? Let's see if they can get Thug. Already got healed, leap away. Lil came in for the charge as well. They were not expecting 4 heroes from Finem to be coming to the aid of Thug.
They had the Hawk block the arrow, I believe. He shot that over the tree.
No, it was one of the creeps.
Oh,
I don't know why that's...
Okay. Wondering what that
Yeah, it was weird. He just shot it right into a creep, though. It was a bit odd. He is okay. Close, but he is very okay. He's level 5 as well. He's getting some nice levels, of course. With the bottom lane being left completely empty, he was able to just stack and take the last hits on the stack and just get experience that way quite easily. Drow Ranger level 6 as well. Got that ore going. And another charge. There is a Bounty Hunter close by, and they're gonna try to go on Solo, but Solo is, well, I think he's okay with the charge coming in. He should be okay. Heals himself, gets himself out. It's the Bounty Hunter that dies, and now Batrider is in trouble as well. His Flame Break, his Firefly rather, is about to go down. Is about to end, but doesn't even matter. They get him before he even reaches the edge.
Yep.
Very nicely done.
Yeah,
Solo.
playing this trailing up top well, and again, this Skylark plays a bit too aggressive sometimes, and thinks he has these skills, and he dies a lot more most games than other offlaners we're seeing here.
A bit
It has
unfortunate.
prevented some of Drow's farm, but ultimately makes up for that by kill.
Let's see, Ramses taking a lot of damage here. He's got those fatal bonds also on him.
Kills the stick charges. Ramsey should be fine.
No,
Okay,
not
fatal bonds
fine.
kills him. Yeah.
But no one coming in. No one is getting a double kill off the back of that, and that
Oh,
is
that's
great
Even better in some
for
way.
Virtus Pro. Yeah.
No one gets a double kill after the Drow's already dead, so he doesn't even have to share the wealth.
Full
split the
experience,
XP, yeah.
full gold.
And there we go. Pashas hits 6, immediately smokes up with Solo. I like decision go with Oracle. Oracle's got a lot of single target burst damage to the Purifying Flame. Get at least 2 or 3 off, and they're looking for the
Yeah, should be able to find him through the charges on as well.
easiest kill. He's got
Doesn't
a decent
have
amount of
it
HP, but yeah, that's I think that's best.
Got a rage available, but even that, I
Although
don't think
Roam
is
on
gonna
the
save
neutral.
him. Roar's gonna start off. Warlock is helping out with the heal, but I think he's just coming in to die as well. There's really nothing that he can do to help. No disable, no ultimate. He doesn't die. I mean, that's good. Gets slowed down by the boar, but he's already under the tower's safety.
Nice, nice timing on that rotation and finding the right moment to go for the lifesteal. So that's where you can give him this free farm as long as you kind of find a time to then later focus him down and find a kill or two.
Oh, they still saw saw Spartan. So the charge is there. Beastmaster was already close by, and with the nuke from the Oracle. Oh, teleporting in. Lifestealer wants to get some of this as well. OD is here. Can they slow him down is the question. Level 3 and open wounds, so the range is there, but everybody's already backed off. No towers going down. Invis rune by Solo, just in case. Wow. Sorry, I got distracted there by something that happened
That game
downstairs.
sounds more excited now. What's going on?
Like,
But,
that wasn't our game, was it?
Yeah, I heard a Gus and I was like, as soon as I heard Gus, I was like, wait, they watching our game? I didn't remember anything hype happen like that.
No. Oh, well.
Yeah, so right now for VP, they need to just keep using smoke really when they've got Roar again, and try and not just get kills but get taps. You're running this Drow strat, you want to be able to take objectives with the kills. That's what's going to really pull you ahead. But they've got to be careful because Warlock level 6 is up, and that's something that at Finem already. Try and find an opportunity to throw down that rock.
Yeah, they smoked up for that exact reason. Drag back the Oracle, but I mean, I know you have to do that because otherwise he's just gonna save the person that's getting dragged instead of him, but that didn't do anything. That was a little bit unfortunate there. Smoke used for that. We were wrong, by the way.
Yeah,
That was a bad rider after
Wonder how
all.
close Solo was.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
He was involved in a few kills, so it would have been at least near. But yeah, Bat,
Yeah.
there was so much fighting at top lane. Like we saw
Yeah.
the Bat almost get that kill on Lil.
Yeah, and it probably is not good, that bad one, because it means that he just tried to fight
Yes.
something that he probably shouldn't have fought at all.
It's not really an achievement for him to have the highest magic damage when he
Exactly.
died as many times as he had. I mean, he's done damage before going down, but yeah, it's not been the most efficient trade from his part. Spirit Breaker, very high level for a Spirit Breaker, which is great because it means when he's ganking, he has that extra damage output from the Nether Strike to help fight kills, help
Mhm.
lock down a Lifestealer. It's going to be difficult to deal with.
Yeah, Marana being very fat as well. 201, highest net worth of her team. No one. Probably just going for the Ags. And
Yeah.
no,
Oh, don't do that. Buy your
Yes.
fidget, but,
misclick.
Put yourself into that little cranny to buy the point booster, and gets a bit harder to kill with that. Not out farming the Lifestealer still. He's number 1, but the OD is not doing as well as you'd like if you're at Finem.
Oh, ooh. Let's see what they can do with that.
They've got track up. This is where the money can start flowing in if you are successful in getting kills. And you want to be fighting for your ad Finem. The Chaotic Offering's not a spell. You just want to be sitting there, have it available. You want to try and be aggressive and force the fight around it as much as possible. So far, ad Finem haven't been able to find all too much.
They're gonna try to find Beastmaster. He
Yeah.
was farming bottom.
Here without a good reliable escape, you can ideally roar the Lifestealer and then run like hell. That's probably the plan.
Well, all this time that the Lifestealer's sitting inside, maybe next time he's not farming, and at the moment he's not even close to getting a kill or having even a chance of getting something out of his time off right now.
He was ahead on farm, ahead of both Mirana and Drow, and while he's been infested, that has changed. So
Yep.
this is the downside of playing like this, and this is like the 4th Shadow Walk we've seen come out for Bounty Hunter while he's had the Lifestealer inside him. So
And
a lot of time waste.
if they come out on top lane, there's 3 heroes here. Oracle here is there to save anybody that they go on.
And they've got a sentry to the right side of the lane.
They
so
do.
I think they may just miss him though coming in.
Yeah, let's see. No, they saw him, but the Infest out is still there. The silence hit actually on both. And there's no rage. The charge is making sure that Lil almost gets away. Actually, they drop the Reign of Chaos on him.
That's such a win for VP.
Oh.
Ah, who cares? We lost 1 hero for a rock. Even like that in itself was a win, but then you combine it with the fact that Lifestealer just spent the last 2 minutes infested, not farming. Oh, that is really, really crippling for Finem. They cancelled the Lifestealer bottom. It looked like they wanted to keep him up top to push with.
Yeah. I mean, that's all they can really do with the Golem.
Yeah.
No more kills. You drop the rock. In the meantime, the Aegis is getting taken by VPO, and they actually found maybe next time they get the roar off as well. Is there enough damage? Is the question. I think there is with the charge coming out as well. The charge is not even needed. Spirit Breaker can stay where he was. He's actually his charge changes to the Roshan, so good on him. Tier 1 tower taken for Roshan. Virtus Pro will take that trade any day.
And VP just such good decision making, good shot calling. They'll lose 1.
Oh,
It's
that's
the
a
Drow, so that's a costly one, but they get into the Roche pick, grab that Aegis.
Yeah, Mirana
Thank
was
you,
the one that was
Mirana.
the Aegis carrier, so.
Salvage this thing a bit for Finem to find that Drow kill, so they're not completely at a loss. And they took the tier 1 top tower, so it's one objective going their way. But VP just gets scary with an Aegis on Mirana. They've got the Necrobook coming into play. Get a couple more levels in that Necrobook, and suddenly they're the ones 5-manning pushing. They're going to probably hit a few key items around the same time. The Necro 3 on Beastmaster, the Aghanim stepped on the Mirana. Drow really just needs like a Hurricane Pike or something. I think probably even worth just going straight into the Hurricane Pike because how the item works against the Lifestealer being able to force yourself away.
Well, the graphs are fairly even, actually.
Yeah, we talk. I mean,
Despite
probably
everything.
being a bit one-sided with just talking about how well VP are doing. Finem aren't in the worst spot. All they need to do is have one good team fight, and track money will suddenly spike up their economy.
Yeah.
If anything, the drop in the net worth was really just that time Lifestealer spent invested. With a tower or 2, with a track kill or 2, suddenly it's going to be back to even really in terms of overall gold.
Just track kills maybe next time. No pressure. No pressure at all. And I'd like to see more from this guy. He's so poor. Does he have something? I'm going to check if he has something in the career.
5.6k. Should have like 4 staff and 4 creds and maybe a bit of money on top of that. Oh, we went for the drums. Okay, so drums, cred, and probably go into the 4 staff or Dragonlance now. Build towards the Hurricane Pike himself.
Yeah, but he won't start having a big impact until later on at this point.
The Batrider to me is like the big hero that needs to like step it up in terms of getting a Blink Dagger and also just being the key initiator to get the fights rolling. Get Finem off to a good mid game.
Oh, let's see if this Batrider can scout out anybody. They can make something happen. They have got the Chaotic Offering up once again.
As much as like having an Aegis is nice and you often want to push with it, that seems silly to go for any kind of a fight or push when you don't have the Ags yet on Mirana.
Yeah.
You're not in the best fighting shape item-wise. You
They
may
are
as well
very
wait
close.
for it. You're honestly stronger as a team with an Ags Mirana without an Aegis than a no Ags Mirana with Aegis. How that's going to work for you.
I think they're even going to be able to have the Aegis and the Aghanims.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
looking that way.
I didn't see it. If he just walks, he doesn't see that they went into the Moonlight Shadow.
Okay.
He doesn't see that they walked past. He's like, where did they go? I didn't see them.
You'll sneak on by. The Radiant Scan is actually their own jungle here, trying to protect themselves.
Well, both teams being fairly careful in terms of when they want to fight, where they want to fight. It is a fight that will tip the scales one way or the other.
Yep.
And both teams are aware of that, so they're being very cautious. Only wanting to take that one good big fight. And as you said, Virtus Pro just want to wait until the Aghanims is up for Morana. At the same time, Finem wants to wait until the Aegis is gone, and until they know that they have the better initiation and have all the time in the world to get a perfect chaotic offering off with Fatal Bonds. He doesn't get any level in his upheaval.
Yeah, we're seeing this. I've seen most Warlock do this lately. Like, Synderen had 4-4-0 in his game as Warlock just now. It was something that I first saw, I think, from Crit at MDL, where he played Warlock for each week, and he went only Fatal Bonds with the heal. So, seems the upheaval is just not a spell that people rate. It doesn't. The early points in upheaval are really bad. It's a spell that doesn't get good until it's like level 3, level 4. It just takes too long to charge up, and then by then you've got to get at least 1 or 2 in Fatal Bonds. Such a good spell. So by the time you can get high level upheaval, you've missed out on like Fatal Bonds opportunities. So Fatal Bonds just seems like the more reliable option.
Well, let's see if this Smoker can get anything done. The Bounty Hunter's back alive as well, as he got picked off on the top lane somewhere. Infest in the Bat Rider. Track is on Lil. Going for him first. Track. Lasso. It's all there. Nice extra bit of gold.
Misclick. He did it as he like blinked in and lassoed. He all chatted the GG while playing. That's definitely
yeah. That's some bashing on the keyboard right there.
Yeah. I don't know what would you misclick. Maybe it was when he, I don't know. It wouldn't be his mic. Probably TeamSpeak or whatever. But yeah,
something went wrong.
Some hotkey that was meant to be something else, and he ended up on the chat wheel.
Some really BM right there. I mean, instantly the sorry after came as well.
Yeah. If anything, players should just remove the alt chat GG well played from their chat wheel. Yeah. And only just type it.
Turn off the chat wheel altogether. Actually, the chat wheel can be quite handy for the current time spam.
Yeah. And there's only what? The GG is the only one that you can alt chat, I think. Anyways, there's any other that go into alt chat.
I think so. Charge. Bat Rider. There's Dustin and Arrow available for him as well. And that's Aghanims, by the way.
Yeah.
Painful. Ooh!
There we go. We got something right.
We got one right!
It wasn't the toughest one. He even gets it quite late, 18 minutes in. Mirana's like already halfway to her blink or something.
There's no smoke tank kills.
Alright.
But that's not possible because we just saw Finem smoke up and get a kill on the spear breaker.
It's super big.
Oi. Well.
When you see smoke tank kills people out, they just wasted girl.
Okay. We'll always go for the 0-1. Another smoke gank, I think, is coming VP's away, but they have also smoked. So it's smoke on smoke action. And let's see who gets the better start. Maybe next time it's already broken the smoke, looking for tracks. Okay, where's the detection? This is something that Virtus Pro wants to fight here. They grab the Spirit Breaker. He's going to be the first one out. The arrow misses, actually, or rather goes onto a Rage Lifestealer. This Starstorm is doing good work. Talking about good work, that was an amazing chaotic offering from that Warlock. But the Fatal Bonds were not there. And it doesn't look like they can get that much off the back of it. It is 2-1 in favor of Finem. Can they chase Virtus Pro down? Can they find a couple of more kills off the back of it? Bat Rider jumps forward, looking for the flame break, trying to get them closer towards Finem. Open wounds on Solo, but Solo, you know, out of all the people that could die, I think Solo is going to be okay with dying. It's still 3-1 though in favor of Finem. And Virtus Pro, they knew their smoke was broken. They had a plan. They just didn't anticipate maybe the whole team of Finem.
And also just the vision that VP have around the area, because they can scout with the Bounty Hunters, scout with the Hawks.
Yeah.
Finem just thought they could kind of hide in the trees there and have the positioning advantage, but VP had the tools, had the information they needed to take that fight. They probably also thought it was only 1 or 2 heroes. They weren't likely expecting Finem to have their whole team there, but Finem themselves were looking to smoke up, so.
I didn't see the Fatal Bond. It was an ultimate on 4 heroes. Imagine if they had Fatal Bonds.
Yeah, I don't know. He got the upheaval. It was level 1 upheaval. It took a very long time to start slowing heroes, but eventually it did.
I did. Yeah. Oh, let's see what's happening here. Dro's already dead. Bat Rider still fairly speedy. Looking for maybe helping out Thug here. Thug is, no, he's not. You're not going to be able to help him. And actually, no one wanted to jump forward and help the get Bat Rider, but Bat Rider was clever enough to TP home. Got himself out safe. 1 for 1, mid for core. I'd say that hurts Virtus Pro more, considering their lineup is more built towards mid game. Or or?
It's kind of built. It's built to be very strong in the mid game, but it can still scale decently into the late game. Like you've got all this auras and physical damage. Like you're still going to be a big late game force. If anything, the lifesteal is the one hero that I look at as probably going to fall off the most in the late game, more so than the Drow Ranger does. Because lifestealer doesn't match up well against Mirana. She's just too elusive. And
Woo!
okay, that's tough.
That was fast.
But yeah, I don't see lifestealer scaling great this game because of how much he can get kited.
Yeah.
And Beastmaster rolls good against him. Spirit Breaker this has the ultimate to go through the raid. There's a lot of things to negate the power of the magic immune lifestealer.
And at some point, Virtus Pro, I mean, we saw it last game, they went for a Luna. At some point, if they want to, they can do the same thing as they did with that. Just get illusions on the draw, get a Manta style, and just send illusions forward, maybe get an Aghanims, and then just kill off waves and whittle down all the towers and the racks and win the game that way if they can't win it in the mid game. There's always a second plan, it seems, for a Virtus Pro draft. Have a backup. If they want one.
Yeah, absolutely. Drow's a hero that it seems people used to kind of focus on ending the game before 30 minutes with, but it seems more these days people are a lot more comfortable going late game with Drow. Just the way they itemize, the way they play around the hero seems to be a lot better. And there's some new items, like the Hurricane Pike, and even just the way people have learned how to use the Ag Scepter that seems they just know how to become a late game Drow a lot more easily. But here we go.
He missed an arrow on Roshan.
You miss every arrow you don't shoot, Sheever.
Okay. Well, at Finem knows that this is happening, so they're going to I don't think they're going to be on time, though. They're not going to be on time, but they might still want to try to fight. Flame Break, just annoyance.
He's saving his good arrow for this fight.
Ooh, he still gets the ultimate off, though. That might be something good there. No vision. There's the dust. That helps out. Lasso up on the Drow Ranger, but he's already having that false promise on there. In comes the Oracle, drops the hammer. Ramses actually looks to be dropping there. The charge is still going on to the Batrider. Just to get Batrider off the back of Mirana, who gets himself out, but Lil himself, he gave his life for that. But Mirana is the only one left alive. I mean, he is the one with the Aegis, so I guess it's not that bad if they... Oh.
Well, that's a pause that probably helps add Finem more than it helps VP. VP only have Mirana alive, so
yeah.
I guess she's going to...
Well, I mean, if you're having a fight like that, the one with the Aegis not dying is good, right? Because that means that you can still have a fight of, like, later on where you can actually do better and have an Aegis.
I guess you could also argue that because Mirana doesn't use Aegis, it's like you were fighting without an Aegis. Because you're meant to win the team fight because you've got Aegis, but that only really applies if that hero
would actually die.
Can utilize the Aegis, either by using it up to tank a lot of spells, or by being a hero that dishes out so much damage that if they ignore the Aegis, she just wins through the fight. But Mirana didn't do enough damage in the team fight. Ad Finem just fought really well, got a good initiation off, and these are track kills that are coming into play, so Ad Finem have swung things back in their favor and actually lead them.
Steep line up. I actually, for the first time, Thug made a big impact in the previous team fight as Warlock ends up dropping in the mid lane. That was Smoke Gang from Virtus Pro. They're not done yet, actually. Looking for their Roar target. They have the Hawk up as well. Vision is there. On, yeah.
This is what you mentioned. Just go fight now that you've still got Aegis. And there's also no Warlock ultimate, which is the other important thing about this timing for VP.
They also don't have the clip. Standard easy clip. That is. And they just take out all the other towers. That's fine as well. Got the tier 2 mid. Going for the tier 2 top. Can easily do that. I don't think Ad Finem wants to try and fight right now. Nice counter word for maybe next time.
Likely wait for the Warlock to have ultimate come back up. And that's where VP is still... obviously that last fight was pretty bad for them, but they're still feeling overall pretty positive about their position. I imagine that they can just walk to the other side of the map, take the last couple of outer towers, get some wards down, and just assert their dominance on the map.
Yeah, still get that map control back. And it feels like, it doesn't look like they just lost 2 fights in a row, which they kind of did. But in terms of map control, yeah, they're just everywhere right now. Farming their own jungle, farming their enemy's jungle. And it's Ad Finem that is the one that is fairly careful. But that is, of course, yeah, they have only 1 fight where they did have both of the ultimates.
I'll get it back up now. Looks like did you get level 2 ultimate? How
What
does
would be
it
the
scale?
reason
I'm
for
pretty sure
that?
you definitely level this up. Yeah, the health.
I mean, the cooldown doesn't change, and the mana pool, you know, maybe the mana pool is too
Nah, but
low,
the
but it
golem
doesn't matter.
itself is so much stronger, I believe, with hit points and
Yeah.
damage output. So I
Misclick?
think it's a misclick. Or something, sometimes you hit level 11 and you're like, if it's on cooldown, you're like, oh, I'll get level 12 by the time it's back up. But problem
Yeah.
is, getting from 11 to 12 is, you can see at the bottom, 2200 XP. To get from 10 to 11, I think it's like 600 XP or 800. It's really short amount of XP. Getting level 11 is really easy. Getting
Level
level
10 is
12
only
takes
1,000,
forever.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the level 11 is like a really small jump because Iceprog decided to make it so that getting level 2 ultimate is really easy, but getting
We
level
heard
12 is
that.
possible.
Invisibility.
I mean, going from 17 to 18 is less experience than from 11 to 12. That seems counterintuitive. That XP jump.
Oh, they know. They know. Can they stop it? Can they stop it? Astral comes out. Counter word happening still. An arrow off the back of that Astral imprisonment. That should be enough to kill the Warlock. No! Yes,
Ooh.
it is enough. The urn was not enough to save his life. It was very close, though. And you saw Spartan struggling with the idea to maybe just drop the golem. But I'm happy that he didn't. Only half a minute without him. They should be able to survive that, but they are going to try to force the issue in here on the bottom lane. Bat Rider has Lifestealer infested inside of him. Looking for maybe a way to go.
Broke the Lincolns now. He could try and jump the Mirana, but that ages Mirana, so.
Yeah.
2 protection items against the initiation of Ad Finem.
Yeah, you don't want to...
And I like Mirana's positioning. Just be on the high ground while the Drow hits from the low ground. So Mirana's in the front, and she's the one that's very hard to kill and deal with. But they are likely going to have to back off. Whoa, not the direction no one wanted to go.
Oh, a little bit of an awkward
The Hurricane
leap,
Pike kind of helps him out there.
Oh, look at this damage. It's pretty bad, but he's
He
fine.
takes damage, but got pushed out of the base. If anything, that was okay for him, and
Warlock is back alive, so everybody
Aegis
scatters.
expired. So they'll retreat. Not look to fight without that Aegis.
Haste runes charged away. Like the ultimate delta split here. Poor solo. He's very poor. I didn't even say it for poor.
Yeah, it's playing life against bounty hunters and rookies. You have to spend so much money on sentries that you probably spent I don't know 1,600 gold or something on sentries at this point.
Yeah.
Almost like a third of his farm has been spent on sentries. Just the reality of playing against these invis heroes, and you've got to do it.
Oh, Skylark.
The whole
It's scouted out
Galadin,
by
it
the
looks
hawk,
like,
and
yeah.
he knows it. The kill. Nice attempt to deny, but
Cheeky.
yeah.
The big Mirana, though. We talked about how no one's having a good game, and that's the hero in play. You want to have a good game. With the Drow Aura, that's like a hero you're trying to enable.
Oh, it's still tier 1 tower standing, by the way. They only just got it. Go. Silver Edge. They have a gem, though. They see Ramses walking away. In comes a Gust. Moonlight Shadow as well, but there is a lasso available if the... Oh, Astral will just cancel it first. The silence would have lasted too long, and they don't even need a lasso to get that kill. Wait for the track as well. Extra gold on board. It's all good. Aegis is already gone, by the way. So they don't have to deal with that anymore.
Yep.
They can just try to look for a fight again.
With the
Why
Drow
not?
dead, though, yeah, Finem likely to be the aggressors here, but MNT needs to not get too aggressive with his own positioning.
Is he actually going for the hero? Yes, he is. Trying to stop him from teleporting, I bet, but I think that's gonna be too late. Yep, the charge continues going towards this fight because the TP went off. Solo's gonna try to TP, but I don't think his false promise is, yeah, that's not gonna save his life at all. You get the kill.
It's the one kill. Batrider couldn't find the follow-up lasso on anyone else. The rest just getting out. No one on the Mirana, just hightailing himself out of there. So
Well,
small
so far.
losses for VP, but it's still a signal that this game is not going as well for them as it once was. Then this is two teams who would be fighting for that kind of top playoff spot. So you can see kind of probably one of our first close games of today so far. I feel like no one really has an edge right now.
Ooh, in terms of late game, like imagine this game going on for like this type of skirmishes. Wait a second. Hold that thought. Hunter, Bounty Hunter has Batrider backing him up, and the whole team
They're
is
in
coming
fifth,
into the
no?
dire jungle as well. So they want to do this. They lasso Spirit Breaker first, not going for the Drow Ranger. Spirit Breaker is going to be able to charge away and get himself
He bashed
towards that
everyone
bottom
on
lane.
his way out. He was like,
Yep.
I bashed you, side bump another.
Like, I know you're there, but
And
he's just fine.
they're going to get back and defend this bottom lane fast. They are chasing down the Mirana, but
Oh, hello. Maybe next time. Luckily, he's not the one carrying the gem, but Beastmaster does have a gem, and that should be enough to kill. Maybe next time. Both teams having their own gem. No, but like, they both get kills. It's one after the other, really. 20 minutes from now, who has an edge?
it still seems very even. Both teams have good catch, good damage, and burst potential. On the side of Finem, you've got the infested lifestealer in a Batrider, so that blink lasso to find kills. On VP side, it's the Roar. The Roar with the follow-up from a Mirana, from a Drow. It's hard for lifestealer on his own in the late game because I kind of mentioned earlier, he gets kited, but that's where the Batrider is a hero that's still an amazing late game offlane to have on your team. Even with all the nerfs this hero's seen, he's still always going to be good. And that's not going to change here. VP, they've got the one Lincoln Sphere on Mirana. They may even consider getting at least one or two more. Or a Lotus Orb or something, just because that Batrider is going to be the hero that can be their undoing. And OD is going to scale really nicely. The really nice thing about OD is the save aspect of the Astral. Yeah, he's a carry and all, like, that goes without saying. He does lots of damage, he drops the ultimate, he blows people up, but the Astral as a save spell is going to be where they can win fight. If VP raw someone, you can Astral them, put them under, and then they don't actually die. Those kind of plays are what's going to win you the game if you're an Adfinem.
So what you're saying is it's all about the initiation.
Yeah,
basically.
the initiation and the how you deal with your initiation and your opponent. So
Yeah.
if VP can blow up a hero fast and raw, great. And on the side of VP, you've got to save. So if someone gets lassoed and by Infest Bomb, you've got the False Promise. So both teams have almost like the identical draft. There's a BKB piercing initiation with good follow-up, and then they've got to save the Astral and the False Promise. It's really like mirror draft in that thing.
This is going to be a nice kill for Adfinem to get. No hope to get away for no one this time. I think that was the first time that he died, too.
Yeah. The teamfight advantage does go Adfinim's way because they've got Sandy's Eclipse and the Warlock Chaos offering, and that's where I'd probably give Adfinem a small edge as this game goes late game. Just because the drafts are very similar, that they've got the catch, they've got the save. Then you look kind of at who's going to have the better teamfight.
Oh, hello! Roared! There's a Lifestealer inside of that as well. In comes the Golem, trying to help out there. Their Batrider is already dead, though. 9 Pasha taking a lot of damage, and Lifestealer will eat him up. There's already 3 down inside of Virtus Pro. Can Lil change that? He has got to run, though. He's got to flee. He can charge away in just a second, and he will do just that. Teleport out? No, not gonna happen. Maybe next time interrupting that one, and Ramsey stuck on the top lane, and it will be Madara getting that last hit there on the kill, and that is 4 dead for 1. And I thought that fight started real bad for Adfinem because that Batrider looked just completely lost and surrounded.
He kind of was, but Lifestealer popped out and blew up the Oracle. Oracle did not get off a single spell in that fight. I didn't even see the Lifestealer really pop out and kill him. It just happened all too fast. Suddenly I just saw Oracle dead, and I'm like, oh, I guess that was Lifestealer's doing. With the Deso AC, he's got so much physical damage and minus armor. He just annihilated poor Solo. And this is the problem playing against the Invis heroes. It's a 2k net worth Oracle. He can't afford a Ghost Scepter. He can't afford 4 stuffs. If he had a Ghost Scepter, he could actually stay alive to use stuff like his False Promise. But Oracle is really going to struggle this game because of just lack of basic survival items. If anything, at this point, he's going to be telling Spirit Breaker, tell Lil, dude, stop buying wards. I'm done doing that. I need my Ghost Scepter.
Oh, Mirana actually gets the Aegis, snatches that as Dog dies to Mirana as well with a big burst of the Starstorm, but Virtus Pro, they pay for that. They lose their Spirit Breaker, they lose their Oracle again, but at least they get Thucky in return, and they get the Aegis.
Yeah, the Aegis Snatch is a cool little play there that really helps out VP a lot. You put an Aegis on someone like a Lifesteal and you start pushing high ground, suddenly you're in a lot of trouble. He does get the cheese though, so the slight substitute there. And looking at the lockdown, it's pretty good for VP, so they may be able to try and kill him before he gets the cheese off. But again, we've seen the Astral save. We saw it in that last fight, helping him out. So something that can continue on the side of Adfinem.
Oh, looks like Virtspro wants to fight this one. Roar up on Lifestealer. He got his rage off though. Nonetheless, these fatal bonds are on Virtus.pro. They gotta run. The Gust is there. Nine Pasha will already die. They get nothing in return just yet.
The fatal
There's gonna be a
bonds on
rage
the
available again
Necrobook?
soon.
Oh my god.
Oh, he is actually gonna be. Oh, he has cheese.
Yep.
He had the cheese. He's fine for now. He's going for this Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger can't get away. Ethereal or Ether Lens rather will save him as Lifestealer is sitting inside a creep. A creep that Virtus.pro cannot kill because it's one of their own.
That was chaotic. That Drow suddenly panic mode.
Yeah. I don't think that
He
she
got
knew that there was a cheese
Fate's
available.
Edicted, which doesn't really help you against the Lifestealer. Only blocks the magic. I mean, it wasn't just Drow panicking. It was all of VP panicking. Like, oh, there's this Lifestealer on us. He just popped cheese. What do we do? How do we save the Drow? Oracle's like, I'll heal you with Fate's Edict. And then suddenly Drow can't really turn and use Frost Arrows like you'd like. You'd ideally like to use like the Frost Arrows there or something to try and slow him down between the rage, but couldn't do that. The E-Blade came in, perhaps even after the Lifestealer was done chasing. It was like a kind of last... it was an afterthought almost, but... In the end, it's a kill for the cheese. Still something where Finem will be feeling like they came out on top and they ready to fight because they've still got all their ultimates. They've got the Chaotic Infernal.
Yeah, they got the Silence's Eclipse still as well, so...
They're pretending to push bottom, it looks like, but they TP top with Batrider. He's the one actually fishing for a kill.
Lifestealer inside of him again, looking for a target. Find a target. Hello, Spiritbreaker, and bye, Spiritbreaker. No one even, not even trying to help out that one. And the godlike streak as well for Lifestealer. People getting items for that. Do we get items for that?
You're in the game, you're watching, Sheever. You maybe do. I don't know if I do.
Ah, so I don't think you do. I think they
I'm not in the game in any way, unless someone's using my laptop. Nope.
Okay, so.
How are we doing? First barrack, 30 minutes. We have lost.
We definitely have lost.
Did not work. We're going to get 2 out of 4.
Yeah.
Smoke eggs.
Well, smoke eggs is fine, yeah.
I feel like that's a cheap win to claim.
Yeah. Well, so far, Finem is the one that constantly still want to fight. They're still looking for that good ultimate to throw out. Chaotic Offering. And this might be their chance. Virtus.pro coming in from the back. They know, though. Are they able to wear in time? Oh, Warlock. Yeah, he gets his ult off. Gets it on 3 as well. 4 stuffs to the high ground. Gets his people off as well, but no one is right there. The turn rate, though, so slow. And Madara is right there. The bash is there. Can they take him down? I think he can.
He's got Aegis, though, so he will have a second life. Perhaps a wasted lasso, though.
Definitely a wasted lasso there. Oh, they get Oracle at least, though, and they can kill the rest while that Mirana is still respawning. Mirana thinking about if he's going to join the fight again. It looks like he is. Ethereal Blading the Batrider away. Has got another Starstorm in a second, but the blink away from that Starstorm. Aghanim's tick. And it's no one that gets out alive without any extra kills, but he does manage to live as the only one from his
5 for 1.
Brutal. It's very brutal, and Finem is looking very strong.
That was such a good Warlock play. He dropped the rock, fatal bonds on everyone, full stuff to the higher ground with the upheaval. Even though the Mirana chases him, Mirana doesn't instantly kill him. She didn't have another Starstorm up, she didn't have an arrow, so she kind of had to wait just to right-click down the Warlock. So he managed to get a lot of slow off and just disrupt the overall teamfight of VP.
Oh, he tries, though. That Ethereal Blade is doing some work. Woo! Almost forced stuff into that arrow as well. As he gets away again. Great. That was Sanity's Eclipse, by the way. They do get the tier 3 tower on for Finem, but back off afterwards. Don't think that they can get erect as everybody is coming back alive, apart from Drow Ranger, but she's not far off.
Yeah, they kind of used up all their ultimates. No Sanities, no Infest, nothing outside of like the track. So they back off. They're going to call a regroup. Probably wait for the Chaotic Offering to come back up before they take their next big team fight.
Yeah, it's going very well for Finem here as Virtus.pro. They're struggling getting the right initiations going, and this is the time where they need to fight, right? Because everything's down. This is where they would look for a fight.
Yeah, ideally, I think fighting while the rock is down is ideal. It's more just you can't just straight up push because that's where Batrider will just pick someone off. The Blink Lasso makes you too powerful, and we're kind of seeing. To me, some of these heroes on the VP side just falling off. The Spiritbreaker specifically just has had an impact at really quite some time. The Drow is getting jumped on. The Drows had no impact for quite some time. And another death. We saw the last fight, Drow just not really dishing out much damage. It feels like he spends half the fight running away.
Astral save is there. Beastmaster will be fine. Teleporting out, and it looks like Mirana. No one is the one to be the last one there, but he's okay. He's very fast, very speedy. He's got a leap available as well. We'll use it Gets the track purged off. I'm still scared to send in that arrow. It's like, okay, someone chasing me. Got that arrow off.
Yeah,
but
let's say they're pushing high ground now. Seems feasible, given that Drow's on the sidelines.
They got the
A
ulties
lot of the
again.
damage, and yeah, you've got ultimates back up. Sanity's the one on cooldown for 50 seconds, but you can kind of back off when Drow's back alive. Wait for that to come online if you want.
Yeah. Let's see the high ground defense of Virtus Pro. No one already jumping in, forcing out the rage from Adara. Fortify coming out as well. Nice ethereal. Still though, OD is so tanky. He's fine. And he's just seemingly here as just, oh, that golem hits on 3. Gets the fatal bonds off as well. And Solo, all he can do is try to run while his teammates are dying seemingly. In comes Spirit Breaker. Nicely kiting this lifestealer. It's working out, but he had another rage available and they get the kill. And the GG well played comes out and Virtus Pro dropped their first game and that Finem remains undefeated.
Wow. Great stuff from the Greek. It's been very consistent play from them. They're winning the late games. They're playing really solid Dota. They're showing a bit of a mix of playstyles and strats too. We saw a fighting alchemist earlier today with a Mjolnir and Solar Crest. We're seeing them beating a Drow strat here, running the Lifestealer and Fest Bomb. So I had Finem looking like a top candidate to take one of those 2 Europe slots. That's going 3-0 so far here.
Yep.
Very tough field of teams. Looks good.
And for now, they are going to get a break. They'll play later against Team Secret and Team Liquid, so that will be hype.
Oh, yeah.
But Team Secret and Team Liquid are both first going to face Imperial, and that will happen right here on the stream with Team Secret facing Imperial first.
There's
So,
back-to-back Secret
back to
Imperial
back.
then. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That should be good. Imperial, not the best start. Are they 0-2 now, I think?
They
they've
lost
lost the
against
second,
Finem,
and
and
then
then
they
they lost against Virtus Pro. Yeah.
So they need to really start pulling together some wins. You play a lot of games, so 0-2, as bad as it kind of looks, it's not like not the worst position to be in. Win at least. If you go 50-50 on day 1, like, have to win day 2.
Yeah.
Kind of how you look at it.
I just realized that for Dota TV, people can't hear us anymore.
Yeah, I
Because-
don't like you can't see the scoreboard and still be in Dota TV. It
Yeah.
used to be you could look at that endgame screen while still talking to
Yeah.
Dota TV.
That was nice.
But-
I only just realized that as the thingy disappeared, but oh well.
Got our PS3 viewers keep us company.
Guys, we'll be right back with Imperial versus Team Secret to see how both teams are doing. So get yourself a drink and stay tuned.